This is the first thing you're gonna see when you're gonna come into fxreplay.com, and here you want to click the sign in button. You want to click sign up for free, and here you want to enter your email. In this case, I'm gonna use a temporary email, and I'm gonna explain later why. Sign up with email, introduce your username, and you're gonna introduce a password. Click next. Here we have 3 options. This option is free but only allows 2 backtesting sessions and 1 week data retention. This is very limiting. You can choose this if you want to, but I would still recommend choosing this one right here. We have a 5-day trial, right? But there's a trick that you can use and keep using FX Replay for free. You use the 5-day free trial, and when it's over, you make a new account. How are you gonna keep doing that is by using a temporary email, which is the exact thing I'm doing right now. I'm gonna put this link in the description if you want to use something like this. Is it safe? Maybe there's an oily Indian behind this side. Gotta take that risk, right? Because you can use this shit for free. And remember, it's probably like my 100 account that I'm using like this. So here, if you want to do what I'm doing, just follow my indications, right? Go to monthly, go to start 5-day free trial on the Pro Trader subscription. You're gonna proceed to checkout, and here you don't need to introduce your name. You just pick whatever you want, put some random things, click next. You're gonna hit credit card or whatever you want to. You're gonna click next. You're gonna click subscribe. Here is gonna ask you some random questions. You can choose, just randomly choose. I don't think these affect your backtesting session whatsoever. And here it's gonna require you to verify your email. In this case, just since we're using the temporary email, we're just gonna come here, confirm your email, and click confirm my account. Also, make sure you're gonna save the email somewhere. FX Replay sometimes randomly logs you out. In this case, what I do, which is kind of lazy, what I do is come into my Notion and just place it in some place here. Just place the email, paste it, and make sure you're gonna have it saved somewhere. A really important thing that we gotta do before we start backtesting is that we come to account setting, we go to subscription, we go to manage subscription, and we click cancel subscription. We go down. I usually just do this, give them a 10, click this, and click cancel my account. What this will do is make sure that you will not get charged once the free trial ends, and this is what you want to do. Get a habit into this, because I've done mistakes in the past where I got charged because I forgot to cancel my subscription. This way you're gonna be able to just use this premium mode of FX Replay once your free trial is here. I'm gonna show you my way of how you create the sessions. You click here in the bottom right, you click new session, and here you're gonna introduce your name, whatever you want, and oily Indian. And here you're gonna choose your account balance. In this case, I'm doing 50k because this is the account I'm having. And from here on assets, you can choose whatever pair you want to trade. Keep in mind, you can choose up to 5 pairs if I'm not mistaken. In this case, I'm gonna choose some of the pairs that I'm trading. Don't touch the layout button, and here you're gonna choose the starting date where you want to back. Can we go 1950? From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Let's see how far back you can go, because I never really tested this out. You can go back till 2014, so that's what we're gonna use. We're gonna use 2014 to now, and then click create session. If you scroll, you're gonna see your session. You can also click here on sessions. So now let's go click play on our sessions. You can use this tutorial here if you want to. I'm gonna click dismiss forever. Here you're gonna start with this indicator. I don't really use it, usually just delete it, and it's pretty much like trading view. If you already use trading view, it's pretty much the same. What I usually do once I start is I click indicators here, you add my session indicator, and I make my settings. From the screen to the you can change your time zone if you want to. In this case, I'm gonna change it to my country. We're ready to trade. First thing we gotta understand is how do we play price. Well, you see here we have this toolbar here. We have display button. If we click display button, we see that the candles start printing. From this slider right here, you can change the speed on how fast you want the candles to print. Now we see that I moved it higher and the candles start printing faster. This button right here plays one candle at a time. If you click it once, is gonna click it once. It's gonna print one candle. This is gonna be usually a really useful tool, so make sure you remember this. I usually use this instead of the slider or the play. I use this button right here. What does this button do? This basically matches the time frame you want to play with the time frame you're active. If we see, look at this time frame here, if I move on the 5 minute, my play candles are gonna get to 5 minute. If you uncheck this button, if I go on the hourly now, you're gonna see that this is stuck on the 5 minutes. So if I keep playing, it's gonna print 5 minute candles no matter what, no matter that I'm on the hourly. So this, I don't really use it. I usually keep checked because I always want to play candles on the time frame I'm in. Right, so now that we understand how to play price, we want to understand how do we place orders. Let's go on the whatever time frame you feel like you want to go on, and let's say here we want to short towards this level. We're gonna place our order. You're gonna pick this order from here. Make sure you favorite them so they always appear here, so you never have to keep searching for them. Then we're gonna take the drawing, place it here, and here it's a very important thing. Before you place any order, make sure you click the drawing. Make sure you click the drawings and you see that these dots are visible when the order is clicked. Then you want to click place order. If you don't click like this, FX Replay will not be able to get the data of your entry, stop loss, and take profit, and you're not going to be able to successfully place an order. So always before entering a trade, make sure you click the drawing once and then click place order here at the top right. If we click, we see that this is going to appear. Here we see estimated loss and estimated profit depending on these order that we have right here. We see that we have 1.63R, meaning our estimated profit is 1.63. So from here you're going to choose how much you're going to risk on the position. If you want to risk a higher percentage that it doesn't appear here, you're going to come here to risk percent, and from here you can choose how much you want to risk. In this case, let's do 1.5%. The only thing that you're realistically going to use is going to be this one right here, this type here, and from here it's important because you're generally gonna choose the type of order you want to do. In this case, we're gonna do market. We're gonna click market, and we can pretty much click save. So basically the only things you're gonna use here is gonna be these buttons with risk, this risk percent if you want to have custom risks, and the type of the order. Usually I just use type most often. Then you can click save, or you can click save and journal. If we click save and journal, we see that FX Replay is going to journal our trade here. So if you click here, it's going to screenshot your trade pretty much. From here you can select one of your checklists that you have saved. This from here you can choose your confidence level, rating, and you can click notes, oily, Indian, very oily, and we can click save. Now we're gonna use this go to button. This is pretty useful. If you click next day open, it's gonna skip price towards next day open, which is midnight. If you click next session, in this case it's gonna skip us to the start of Asia. If we click next again, it's gonna skip us to the start of London. From here, if you click on custom settings, you can pretty much set the time of your next session. Play around with this. I'm not really using it most of the time. Most of the time I'm just skipping price by hand. Also, with the slider, there's an important shortcut that you can use to skip price, right? Instead of coming here and clicking every time you want to see a candle print, there's a pretty good shortcut that I always use, which is control and space. If you click now control and space, you're gonna basically do the same thing that you do by clicking this button. If you hold control and space, price is gonna start printing. You're pretty much never gonna use the slider. You're always gonna use control and space because you can have a lot of control on how price prints. You can let it go faster, you can slow it down. Try and place a trade here. We place our order here. We set our take profit to where we want it to be. We click place order. Again, we make sure that our order is checked, is clicked. Then we click place order. We're gonna do, this time we're gonna do 1%, and this time we're gonna do a limit. We click save or save in journal, whatever you want to do, and now we play price to see what happens. Again, I'm using control and space. This is the most useful thing. You don't need to use anything else. Now that our trade is over, we can come here at this buttons right here, click it, drag it up, and here you're gonna see the profit of your open position if we have one, or you can come here and see the profit of your closed ones. There's also one very important thing. Remember that we chose multiple pairs. So in this case, if you want to switch to a different pair, you just type like in trading view, you just have your and you just press on your keyboard. In this case, we see here we have all of our pairs. If we want to trade you, we're just gonna click here and it's gonna change us to you. If we want to choose another pair, we're gonna do the same thing and click on the other pair. We can come here where we see layout and we can choose layout setup. Here we have a lot of layout setups that we can use. Usually if we click on this tool, we're gonna see that it separates to two layouts. For example, now we see that we have the same pair on both screens. If you want to change it, we're gonna come here. We have to click always on the panel that we want to change. So let's say we want to change the panel to the right. I click it once, then I'm gonna change it to, let's say, DXY. Remember, when you're changing time frames, now if I change time frame, it's gonna change my time frame to the panel that is currently selected. How do you know what panel is currently selected? You see this blue outline. So now if I want to change the panel to the left time frame, I click it once, then I go on the time frame I want to. These are a lot of different modes that we have here. I don't really use them that much, but there is a lot of ways you can use FX replay. Say here's our 5-minute time frame, our lower time frame. Here we want to have the 50-minute, here we want to have the hourly, and here we want to have the 4-hour. If you want to readjust it, you can drag this right like this, or you can drag like this. If you want to remove the text at top, that the same that we have here, we just come to status line and we uncheck everything pretty much, and now we're gonna have a clear view of the time frame that we want, right? We do the same thing. If you didn't want to pay attention, we click settings, we came to status line, and we uncheck all of these. To summarize, all you basically need to know is control space. If we come now and click here on analytics at the bottom of the screen, here we're gonna see the total P&L, which how much money have we made, what is our win rate, total trades, and just overall data. Here we're gonna see our equity curve, right? If we click on the minus here, it's gonna zoom out. If we click on the plus, it's gonna zoom in. Here you're gonna see our average RR, you're gonna see your max RR, ideal, average RR, max ideal, and so on. Just a lot of data. This data helps you show weaknesses and strengths in your journey and helps you build a profitable strategy. In case we see my best win was 2.8 and my average win is 2.7. My average duration is 30 minutes. And if we go down, it's gonna show out total trades, buy or sell. In this case, we only took sells. And here it's gonna show you your win rate based on buying and sold. Performance by day, here you're gonna see your win rate based on the days you're trading. In this case, we took two winners, one went Thursday and one went Friday, so we have 100 win rate on both these days. And this also is very useful, this part right here, performance by month. This is extremely important because it shows how your strategy performs along the year. If you're gonna backtest more years, they're just gonna stack. We have 5.5% in total, and here you're gonna see your yearly profit, which again is a really useful data. If we scroll down here, we can see a calendar view of our trades, every trade frequency. You're gonna see how much trades you have per day on average, how much trades you have per week and per month. So the only data you really want to pay attention here is going to be, of course, the equity curve, this right here, this mostly because it shows you the average duration of the trade, and that's the most useful data, at least for me. And then you can just scroll down, use this because it shows you win rate based on the days. Here you see profit throughout the whole year, and here you have just a calendar view on the current month. Don't be worried about win rate at start. You should use, this is where you actually discover your strategy is in back. At start, when you're a beginner, you just should use backtesting to just experiment, to see what's working, to just play at first. Don't worry about finding any strategy. With time, while you're gonna put time in and reps in, you're automatically gonna find patterns that your brain spots, and these are gonna eventually become your strategy. So don't worry about it. Just really play with backtesting and don't be worried about results, because for me, for 3 years, my win rate has been mostly negative or close to break even. So don't worry about that shit. Just do it for fun and do it because it's a cheat code and you don't have a limit on how much you can backtest. Now we're backtesting 2014 price action, like come on, and we can backtest for 12 hours per day if you want to. I did that when I was a beginner, so I recommend you backtest as much as you can because it helps you gain experience, it helps you test out things, it helps us see data, see if what you're doing right, what you're doing, and so on and so forth. So this is pretty much what you should know about backtesting, how you can start. You can feel free and play out with things like journal and the other things like checklists and strategies. I hope you found this video useful, and now you can actually start backtesting and you can start building your strategy. That was it for this video, and happy backtesting.
Socadão, porradão, boladão, socadão, porradão, boladão. Oi!